Hey, this is Aaron, and today I'm standing in front of a 2021 Mercedes-Benz AMG GLE 53. It's a lot of letters. You can see it's in the coupe design, so that means it has more of that fastback in the back. It's a literally coupe, that's where the word comes from, right? So it is the coupe design. Because it is the AMG model, it has lots of power. So this is a 3-liter V6. So it's got turbos, and it boosts all of that up to 400 and something horsepower. Put a number underneath. It's a pretty big number. It's like 429. Then it's got 385 pounds feet, whatever, of torque, and drives beautifully. Has a wonderful exhaust note. Really, really cool. And then of course it has a button in there to make the exhaust louder, right? The blah, 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 blah button. I love that thing. A beautiful machine. It's not cheap. So you're looking at, I'll bust out the Monroney, show it to you on the screen here too. What we're looking at is $76,500 for it at the baseline. As it is sitting here with a bunch of stuff added on plus delivery, $93,000 and change. Not a cheap vehicle, but you'll see lots of AMG stuff in here, including that 9-speed automatic with the TCT, ride control and airmatic on that ride control. So here I want to talk about the suspension a little bit. The suspension here, sorry you have to look at me, not the Monroney anymore. The suspension here is beautifully smooth. Very, very reactive. So when you're going along, it almost senses what's going to happen and reacts to it before you even know it's happening. It's a beautiful air ride feel without the floaty disconnect that you get. So it doesn't have that 1960s Buick float down the road feel, you know, the cloudy drive. Instead, it's a very engaging drive, but it still has that that absorption and reaction to what's happening around it. So you don't get overwhelmed, you don't get beat up in the cabin. In fact, you hear almost nothing from outside unless you want to hear the exhaust note. So wonderfully done, beautiful drive, beautiful vehicle. Some downers. Some people really like that coupe design. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it looks funny with the giant wheels and the high suspension with the crossover design. Also, it impedes a lot on that rear cargo area, and I'm not a big fan of that. I really like the SUV shape in looks, and I also like the SUV cargo area. That's a lot of versatility you lose by going to the coupe design. Some people don't care about that, and they might think that this car looks awesome. I think from here, from the front, this is an aggressive, beautiful machine. This is very, very Mercedes up here. You got kind of a cascade happening on the grille. You got the giant Mercedes, in case anybody forgets what you're driving. You got this giant thing to tell everybody in the world what you've got. But the flow lines on the hood are wonderful. The way it crops right here and keeps but stays rounded instead of being flat is a really good look. And I like the scoops down here. Nice and sporty, lots of movement happening on the front. And then down the silhouette, if you can get over the high crossover stance, you can just see the wonderful lines running down here. So it runs beautifully down the sides and onto that coupe line back there. So really beautifully done. Great technology in this. This has the new MBUX system, so you can literally just talk to it like you would your Amazon Alexa or something. Wonderful design. Works really well. So it's one of my favorite infotainment systems now. Also, a big fan of the seating. It's sportback seating, but it's heated and vented, and lots of adjustment. So you grab the controls on the door there and move them around. You get a lot of seating adjustment. And it's really easy to get comfortable in this car, and it should be because it's $93,000. So, like I said, Mercedes did a beautiful job with this car. It's a really good vehicle. That's about all I've got to tell you about it. That's all I'm going to say. This is the 2021 AMG GLE 53. Beautiful car. This has been Aaron. Talk to you soon.